afternoon to you on what is a absolutely gorgeous sunshiny Thursday here. Just pop in the comments if you're here live, if you managed to get in live, or if you're catching up later on, just put a hashtag replay so I know that you're here. And please, just pop some comments in, pop some hearts in, and just let me know that you're actually here. Because today's topic that I'm talking about is something that is just so important. If you are a woman in business, if you're a female entrepreneur, or if you're in a high level, in a business, in a role, this is so important, and it's one that I am so passionate about too. Because, we're talking about, when the going gets tough, how do we keep on going? And this one, I'm so passionate about it because I think there's just so much pressure on us at the moment when we're in business, when we're in our, when we're doing what we're doing, for us to actually be perfect. So let's just not beat about the bush here. When you are either running your own business or whatever you're doing, some days are really easy, aren't they? Some days they're really easy and they're filled with that inspiration and that get up and go. And then other days, you may be just thinking, I just can't do this anymore, and I want to give up. You're actually questioning yourself, is it all actually worth it? So when you get like that, you can actually be completely overtaken by, your thoughts, and it actually becomes, things become, just your daily tasks just become just too difficult to manage, that you suddenly can't think rationally, that there's just too many choices and too many distractions going on, and you can actually feel so overwhelmed. So the first thing is that I want to just say to you is that everything you're feeling is perfectly normal. It's so, it's okay to feel like that. Like I said, there's just so much going on, so much on the internet right now that, if you're running your business, you've got to keep at it all the time. And, it's almost putting us all on this pedestal that everything's got to be just perfect. But I'm just here to tell you that all these feelings are perfectly normal. They are just to be expected. It's a normal part of making these positive changes in your life. And it happens to all of us. And really, I think I just want to say on there that it's not what's going on, it's how you actually deal with it. What you do when you feel like giving up is what will determine what goes on in the long term for you and how your life will actually turn out. Because running away from it isn't an option. People, success is never created that way. So you get what you focus on. Your mind will always automatically focus on the bad stuff. It's kind of one of the roles of your unconscious mind. It's there to look out for you. Hi Tiffany, nice to see you here. Hi Rochelle, nice to see you here. It's your mind focuses on that, and it's part of the role of your unconscious mind. But you can actually start consciously choosing to focus on the good stuff. Your job is there to stay focused and productive. And I'm going to talk about how our mind works and how we can actually do this, when you do my NLP diploma next week. The model I go through is a fundamental aspect of NLP and one where all the techniques evolve. Oh, hi Joe. Nice to see you. And these are crucial. This model is crucial to understand how the mind works and how people do what they do, including you. Hi Emma Jane, nice to see you here. Now, for me, I question all the time why this stuff isn't taught in schools. You know, it would help so many people, you know, to know how to change their lives, you know, change what's not working for us. If it was done at a much younger age, you know, by the time we're adults and we're running our businesses, then it's almost then we've got to learn something. We don't know how to do this. And I'm here to just say to you that, like everyone, I felt the urge to give up on something. It's easy to get to a point, isn't it, where you just feel that, you know, you've invested in a dream here. You know, you've got this thing there that you want so much, and, you know, then things aren't happening as quickly as you want them to happen. Or you're actually, some days that you're full of excitement and enthusiasm and creativity, and then other days, you know, it can almost be despair, can't it? That you're so discouraged and you just have this desire then to just quit. So the point is there, if you then give up, you're giving up on that dream that you so want and the results that are there to come. So I'm going to give you we're going to talk about this today, and I'm going to give you some tips to go through. So first of all, you know, just pop a note in the comments here. Who's actually got to the point sometimes where actually, no, they think, no, I can't do it anymore. Or just pop a heart in the comments here. Who's actually got to the point where, you know, you're literally overcome with your thoughts and emotions, and you just think, actually, I'm not sure I can do this. You've even thought about giving up. Just put a note in there if actually, you know, you've thought about, doing that. When things are getting really tough in business and you're not quite sure where to go from there, just pop a note in the comments there. Because the first thing to do when you have all of these feelings coming up, when things are getting too much for you, is to stop. Just stop spinning all the plates in the air. Stop the chaos. Stop the madness. You know, just have that courage to just stop what you're doing. And, you know, like I did this morning, you know, I've got my diploma that I'm running next week, so it gets really busy, gets really chaotic, you know, before I'm actually doing something like that. And so this morning, it was, look, no, actually I'm going for a walk. I'm listening to my, my book, and I'm just taking half an hour out, and it clears your head. So first thing, just to actually take a step back and stop what you're doing. And then I want you to start remembering why you started this in the first place and how much you wanted this, how much you wanted this business, how much you wanted to do what you wanted to do. So just remember why you started. You know, I want you to think back to, you know, the goal that you had in mind, you know, those tasks and those projects and those goals that you had, you know, just think back to them. And, you know, sometimes when we're in all of this, we can just lose sight, can't we? We're in the everyday and we can actually lose sight of that bigger picture. So I want you to actually go back and imagine it. Go back and to the beginning and, you know, bring it into your focus again and reconnect with why you're doing what you're doing. You know, for me, it's still all about, you know, having the freedom to still go out and travel, to do all the things that I want to do, and bring them all together. So be working and traveling and presenting and training and developing people all at the same time, you know, as well as, you know, living a healthy lifestyle. So go back to your purpose, go back to why you started it in the first place. Just stir up that excitement and anticipation again for you. You know, think about what's most important to you. How do you want to live your life? And then look at that bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture and really think about how you want to spend your precious time and energy. write down 10 reasons why you started and how much you really wanted it. And then I want you to look into the reasons of why you want to give up. You know, you can get tied into going round and round in circles of over-analysing. So are you tired? Are you not taking care of yourself? Have you got a cluttered environment? Are you taking on too much? Maybe you're not feeling that you're getting the support that you need, or that you even lack those abilities. So take a step back and tackle the real issues. Face what's happening now, and ask yourself some questions like, who am I being right now? And is this productive to my goals? So what action should I be taking right now? And remember, there is no failure, only feedback. We can win or learn, but we can never lose. Then I'm going to simplify. So again, it's so easy to become overwhelmed, can't we, by all the information that's going on out there, all that change that's going on in our lives. So we end up then just doing too much at once. So I want you to commit to less. Close a few of those windows that are open and focus on just one thing. Stop comparing yourself to others. You cannot compare yourself if you're in the early starting points of your business to someone that might have been doing it for years and years. Our brains are programmed for that instant gratification. But progress and success really doesn't just happen overnight, and certainly doesn't go in a perfect straight line. So there's going to be ups and downs. Expect that you were going to be taking one step forward and maybe 4 steps backwards sometimes. So everything that you want to create is probably going to take much longer than you expect it to take. So be patient. It doesn't actually matter, does it, how slowly you go, as long as you don't stop. That's absolutely key. Keep on going. And celebrate how far you've come. How far you've come already. Sometimes when you're overwhelmed and you're tired and you're emotional, it's easy to lose perspective, isn't it, on what you've actually achieved. All the steps you're taking, all the learnings, all the challenges that you've overcome are all moving you forward towards your goal. So appreciate and celebrate what you've already done. And give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Sometimes this overwhelming feeling of kind of wanting to give up is actually a signal. It's actually a signal that you need to take a break, that you give yourself some time out. Give yourself some slack. Maybe you're just putting in too much time and effort, and maybe you're then not being productive. Maybe you're focusing on some over-optimistic goals there. So start listening to your body and mind. I'm the first one that will say, I know only too well how the effects of pushing yourself too far can actually affect your health. So sometimes if you're getting all of these feelings that, you can't do any more, that you feel like giving up on your business, then maybe it's just time to take a break. So take a few hours off. Take a couple of days off if you can, and just forget about your tasks, forget about your business, and do whatever it is you need to do to kind of give yourself a break. Because you'll find that sometimes, if you're not listening, your body's going to make the decision for you. It's going to take that decision out of your hands. So just giving yourself a break, and you will be amazed at how much this recharges your batteries. And then think about as well, when you are kind of in this state, our state, how we feel, it affects our results, and we can easily get stuck in a rut. It goes in a downward spiral. So it's important to get out of it as quickly as possible. You know, NLP is a great tool for changing your state. You know, to move from procrastinating to motivating, to boost your confidence and energy. And I'll go through some of these techniques in my NLP diploma next week. So for an immediate state change, stand up, shoulders back, head up and smile. You know, maybe pop on some of your favourite music. Use some essential oils. Whatever works for you, get yourself out of that rut immediately. When you feel yourself in it, you've got to get out of it as quickly as possible. And finally, the best one really is one thing that I have found is when you're getting these feelings, when you're getting this anxiety, and you're thinking that, you know, right, it's getting really tough out there. Usually I find that it's when I'm so close to to going through that, to breaking through, that's when these feelings are coming through, coming out. So take it as a sign. Take it as a sign that you're so close to breaking through. It's that final test. It's that final test from the universe, whether it's really worth it for you. So keep on taking the action. Instead of giving up and doing nothing, just think there's something is just round the corner. Something fantastic is just round the corner for you. And keep on going. Now, I hope you found that useful. It's just the last thing for me is just to say that doors are closing on my Fast Track NLP diploma that I'm running next week, tomorrow at midnight. So book your space right now. Have a fabulous day, everybody, and keep on going there. See you soon. Bye.